think about it like this. So we were growing Patriot, and with all the rotations and stuff that we had going on, people were getting out left and right.
Yeah.
It was, you know what, I want to start a family. All I'm doing is I'm going to Korea, going to CENTCOM. Going to CENTCOM, going to
58% of the force was either forward deployed or forward stationed at all times.
Oh,
it's more than that now. It's more than that now, but well, I know and it was like the dwell was like 1 to 1.2.
Mm-hmm.
When I was out at JFCPIMD, man, that's what we kept going. We were kind of the advocates saying, we kept computing, working with SMDC and HRC and everybody trying to commute the dwell time, and it was like, the force can't last like this.
Yeah, those CRAM guys, it's worse than that.
So 14 Papas, when we were doing back-to-back CRAMs, was up to 59% well restricted. Right now, 14 Echo with everything that's going on in CENTCOM, what's going on in UCOM, and then our rotations, Echoes right now are at 56%. Tangos are right behind them, then 14 hotels. The lowest are Gulfs and Papas.
Yeah.
But I can tell you for the past 6 years, if you were eligible in Echo, Gulf, Papa, and Tango, if you were on a list,
you were getting promoted. Yeah.
Even if you were
Had to.
bottom of the barrel guy and you were on the list.
You got a fresh haircut for this trip, didn't you? Look at you.
Watch out.
You look like you're still serving.
Watch out. Watch out. You do too. You were just serving last week.
I gained 15 pounds in the last year.
Hey.
I'm still doing PT though, but I think it's this, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what, obviously it's age, 52, and I'm not getting any younger, but man, I'm like trying to figure out how to get 15 pounds off quick.
One of the things,
Take your leg off at your knee.
I still run pretty much every day.
Well, you can run, but drink a lot of water.
That's what I don't do.
Drink water like it's out of style.
Really?
Yes,
See,
sir.
I'm horrible at drinking water.
Well, put lemon in it.
There's a couple things. One of the ways, a really great way to take weight off really quick is to have relationship troubles and move out from your house. That's one way. That's a method.
So you're not getting dinners cooked for you.
That's one way. Okay, that's a quick way.
Yeah.
Another way, possibly, you could take it off. But something I've been interested in and have done some is intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's worked for me. It's worked for me. I wouldn't say that I'm currently an intermittent faster,
right,
but I have been through periods, weeks, where that's what I've done. And it's nothing more than just delaying when I eat breakfast and making sure that I cut it off about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I don't eat anything else.
Yeah.
And just narrow that window so that your body is doing different things with itself during the day. So anyway.
Hell, I was going to the gym, working out, running, but I was still putting on weight.
Yeah, same here.
It didn't help.
Working out has been my New Year's resolution for the past 4 or 5 years.
You're halfway through it.
Those curls don't count.
I can't do it. I'm just too goddamn lazy.
That going in there?
I even start walking my dog,
I got a
man.
couple of coolers in
So
there.
he gets out of his place.
You want me to put this whole one in here?
Yeah, I don't know where it's
I guess in my run, I went through so many, upgrades. PD1, 5. It just started out way low. We went through so many PD upgrades.
Oh, they're still going through it.
Oh, they're rifling through them, and it was just like, come on.
Hey, we're at PDB next. Okay,
Yeah.
PDB. Zulu X-ray will be next.
Really?
I'm like,
Yeah, it's.
don't just do the complete upgrade at this time that you already have planned for the
That's
next
the ploy. That's how they're making their money.
That's how they make that money. Circuit card by circuit card.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's spiral.
Dennis Casada.
Yeah, Casadas, yeah.
Well, hell, with
Whatever
all
happened to
this
that guy? Where'd he
IBCS.
go? He was an interesting fella. He was my squad leader for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Just a couple of minutes, and
Real quiet.
yeah. Patrick Paternostro was my squad leader during that time.
Yeah, I
So
remember Pat, I remember
I
Pat.
was on the telecom.
That was a black hat.
Colonel King last week.
Yeah, he was black
Yeah.
hat Benny. He was black hat Benny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally
He
made
was
the
just
decision
a neat
to
guy. I connected with him on
use
Facebook a
14
few years
echoes
ago and
and
talked to him
if
for a
it-
minute or
How do you
two.
do?
But,
Yeah,
but
but
now
that
he's
makes
gone.
sense.
He's
He does.
popped off
Really
the
does.
It's
Isn't he what? Somebody
Yeah.
said he's like overseas.
So I
I was
heard
a
that he
14
would. Well,
echo.
what he
It
told
makes
me was he was
perfect
running
sense.
like
If you look
a
at the
same
systems
like
and the way
a
they're
studies
set up.
department for a
It's
small
very
city.
similar.
He was like the manager of that.
Oh, is that
Different
right?
That's what he
Similar
told me. He told me he was out in California doing
operating
living a great life and
Yeah,
procedures.
and had gotten remarried
systems,
and
obviously.
Really?
all of that. Yeah.
I remember when he was, when both of us were still staff
My
sergeants.
Yeah,
Spanish.
so him and Shaw
Yeah,
took
but
money
I
and
get hit a
run.
couple
get
I
times.
remember he was my squad leader. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, every
He said,
call
"Dude,
I've got,
I-
except for one for my
He
wife.
said I punched the
They've all
lieutenant
been
in my
spammed.
last assignment. But I gotta
What we call
gotta
it,
read for causes
Yeah,
that we are.
continually
Like,
Yeah.
I called you.
Yeah, I had to
I
send
can,
block
you
each
know,
one.
I can take the money and run. It'll be
I told you I
okay.
called you at 8 o'clock.
And,
Get your
that
2 hour
was
time.
what it was. That was what it was.
When I was younger, I used to just destroy people over the phone. I would just let them carry on.
There's some kind of dressed
Oh, I
up,
still do
all
that.
How you doing?
group of girls that have come in looking
Here
around.
for the reunion or,
No, here, who made the arrangements?
excuse me?
Who made the arrangements for the clubhouse?
That'd be, that one.
I don't know if anybody made arrangements for the clubhouse, but I know that when we booked a reunion here, we were told that the clubhouse would be free to use while we were here.
Right, but not
Right.
to take it over and rearrange it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm Tim, the general manager.
Hey, how you doing, Tim?
Hey,
My
good
name's
on you.
Will. My name's Will.
Will?
I'm not the senior guy here. I didn't make
No, that's fine.
anything, but how can I help you?
I'm okay with it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay with it. Just-
Excellent.
We can't turn anyone away.
Okay. Who would we
Unless-
turn away?
Any guest that wants to come in.
Oh, yeah,
Table or anything
yeah.
of that nature.
Absolutely.
If we do, then you gotta pay for it.
Oh, I got no
I'm
issue.
all for coming in and enjoying it.
Yeah,
You guys are gonna barbecue?
I guess so.
Okay. It can't be that close to the building.
Okay, cool.
Take
Show
it
us.
to the middle of the courtyard in the
Okay.
grass area.
Excellent.
I'm okay with that.
All right, shoot for
And that's for the fire marshal.
Okay.
It can't be.
10 feet from the building.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. And
All right.
if we've stepped over something,
No,
we
no.
didn't realize, we're just kind of used to just. We're soldiers, man. We're just like, yeah, moving over here, let's go. So,
And I'm okay with that.
all right, thank you so much. We appreciate you hosting us, and what a wonderful facility you have. That's really cool. So like, I helped move the big
Yeah.
little table for whatever reason. Somebody wanted me to help move it, and I did. But it's nice stuff. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, enjoy.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
Good job.
Can you write a little note and put it in a bag? That was such a
Well,
sweet
yeah, what do
thing to do.
we want to write for that?
That was so sweet. I'm glad you took care of that.
Yep, write that right there. I'm glad you took care of that.
I'm glad you took care of that.
What's up, man? How are you?
Another day above ground.
Need a beer?
Oh, no, I'm good on beer right now.
Dwayne.
Derek,
Nice to meet you, Derek.
I know this man.
You
You know that guy.
Yeah.
Aren't you a little bit old, you wearing Converse All-Stars?
No, sir. We can never be too old to wear Converse also.
Hey, he got his chucks on. Don't let him fool you.
This is like my 8th pair.
There you go. Glad you took care of that. Right there.
Basketball these
Thanks.
days, nice
Is that
to
right?
play.
Yeah, before you slide off.
Good job, Will.
If you haven't been exposed to the game before,
You
these
exposed me
are.
last night.
Huh?
You exposed me last night.
Yeah, but if
And I
you
got some
haven't,
shitty ass one.
if you haven't over time, since I've been retired, we have over nights had a thing we call the game, and you just kind of tell a story and then read something out of that and have to justify it. And the next thing you know, the conversation starts off like Colonel Bowyer was my commander back when I was a staff sergeant, and the first time I ever met him was on a jump. We were actually drifting down towards the ground, and he got really close to me, and he started squealing. He didn't know what to do.
Hey, I thought that was you and friend.
Right. But I looked at him, and this is what I said. I said, "Sir, zip up your britches, and what in the Sam Jones's dick is going on in here?" And what you replied to me back was,
let's pitch a tent, baby.
And so when you're done with it, it goes in the bucket. It goes in the bucket. Okay, so these are used.
All right.
Okay, and then these are new. And then there are sample little strips that I'll cut up and have here. And so if you have something you want to add to the bucket, something funny said in the conversation that makes sense to you, write it down, put it in the new bag to be used tonight. And then next time we're together, 10 years from now, we'll have more records of, our nights together.
Sounds good.
That's the guy.
What's your last name?
Johnson.
Johnson. And what years were you in 3rd or 4th?
97 to 99.
Yeah, so
2002.
what battery were you in?
Delta. Both.
Yeah, okay. Now I recognize you because I took command of Charlie Battery in 99. So you left in 99?
Yes, sir. Went to Vincenzo.
And then you came back when?
03.
And left when?
05.
All right, so I took over as the Battalion XO in 05. So I know I recognize your face now.
Yeah, I'm a first sergeant Thagard.
Yep.
Was my first sergeant
Yep.
at the beginning. And I remember Staff Sergeant Leach, then First Sergeant Leach.
So Don Scully was your battery commander in Delta?
No, Captain Reese.
Oh, you had Reese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reese, then it was Scully, and then it was Law.
Yeah.
Bobby Law.
Yep, that's about it all.
Bobby Law.
I remember the First Sergeant Falk,
Yeah.
First Sergeant
May
Leach.
he rest in peace.
Then it was First Sergeant Wolf when I was leaving.
Yeah.
Han.
Where? I kept in touch with him for. Is he back in Germany?
I don't know.
I think he's in Germany.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
I don't know.
So many great
I
guys.
saw him on Facebook one time and then he disappeared.
I think he's in Germany. I think he's working like a GS job over in Germany.
I got some too.
And the Airborne Messiah.
There he is, the one and only. So we already took care of the general
These are
manager.
the old schools.
Did we?
He came over and asked us what the hell we were doing, and Will took care of it. He's like, who's sitting out
the hell off.
Well, no, he said he doesn't care what we're doing. We just can't deny anybody the use or the access to this. If we do, then we got to pay for it. So we just can't be rearranging and we go to grill. We got to be at least 10 feet from the building or any flammable surface.
Okay.
Or
And you better not be the one who causes the health safety brief.
You're right, exactly. Why would I? Me? Be a reason for a safety brief?
what do you need help with?
Huh?
What do you need? You
I'm
look
trying to think, well, we're gonna put
Yeah.
some more of that ice in one of those things.
Right.
We just filled them all up there?
Well, I was gonna. There's some ice there. There's a little bit, but is there more? I can run down and pick some ice up.
No, I don't think, well, as long as we got everything in there, we got coolers and beer and everything in
I
there.
mean, there's enough beer. I mean, if
Okay.
y'all want to put some more in one of those,
Put some of that, maybe put.
I'll roll the cooler over to the Waffle House and ask them to fill them up.
What's that?
We had so much fun at the Waffle House this morning.
Did it?
That was really a cool little thing. It was
They'll
fun.
do it for you.
What's
They were
that?
nice.
The
They were
Waffle
nice.
House. You
Going down there?
Yeah, we walked down there this morning. We sketched it out.
What time did you go down?
What was it? 8 o'clock?
About 8.
Okay, so that's past drug deal gone bad time.
Yeah.
Okay.
They cleared out. They still had some hanger-oners in the parking lot, though.
So, like, not long after I scheduled this, we kind of, oh, sorry, Ron. After we did our little recons, figured this is the place to do it. And we knew, like, okay, there's probably some nicer neighborhoods, so to speak, but we thought, man, this is, it's got the Irish bar, they got cameras, they got all this stuff. Look, this is the best place for us, So I said, all right, sign the contract, this is good. Like that following Monday on the news, they're like, hey, the drug deal gone bad at the Waffle House at Spence Lane and Murfreesboro Road. The guy was shot and killed. I'm like, oh, shit, man.
Oh, so
This one down here.
shit.
I'm like, oh, man. I saw that on the news.
I was wondering why he was asking. Really, you got cracked.
Yeah. So I'm like, well. I called Brock. I said, dude, what do you think we ought to do? He's like, Just tell me, I guess we'll just tell them not to go to Waffle House. I'm like, they're telling paratroopers in Waffle House 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, we had a great.
Although, you know, I think
experience.
if we went there in force at 2 o'clock in the morning, there'd be no drug deals. There might be. There might be a starter one, and then it'd be like, well, in a shootout, 3 drug dealers were killed. Yeah,
Hey, we're walking up.
way omelet, right? That's it.
We're walking up, and Evans is like, "What the heck?" There was all this bulletproof glass and
Yeah, dude.
delivery through the double slide doors to get in. Serious, it was weird. I contributed to COVID, not bulletproof glass. I didn't realize we could have. I know I got access to some bulletproof stuff. We can.
And now I don't know why that girl was sitting out front the door.
I know, right?
Yeah, let's do another
She was the door guard.
Maybe we can probably get the salads in there too. Stay cold.
It's all right. How come they didn't tell us that last night? Wait,
We
till
missed,
after
we missed the newcomers briefing. We didn't get the off-limits establishment.
and waited till we frequented the establishment to say, hey, you guys are now on restriction because y'all fucked up and went to a non-authorized location.
Took over the non-authorized.
Hey, I have a refrigerator in my room, a full refrigerator.
We just, you know, I do too. I didn't even think about
I
it.
got just full, yeah.
We just, everybody go get the refrigerator.
Okay, yeah, if you don't have enough room, I'm on the ground floor right over here.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
It's like,
'Cause I know they put the beats in there. I guess that may have been Levi's room or whatever.
I guess you do have to have you gotta have a gasoline car if you're a Tesla brand and drive it around. I guess so. Yes.
so I heard Schimmel's not coming now.
Oh, I never knew that he was or wasn't.
He was pinging me. Like, oh, you gotta go, sir. You gotta, you know, because I was kind of late in deciding because didn't know what my calendar was gonna be like.
Right.
And then Brock told me he's not coming now. Him and Curd was supposed to ride with him, and so was Doucette.
No way.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to put the veggies and the watermelon in your fridge so they
Sure.
can kind of chill up?
Sure.
Grab that over there. Here's stuff that would treat you.
It will.
Yes, sir.
I got this thing here. I think I was supposed to return like 30 years ago.
Uh-huh. Oh, isn't that great? Isn't that great? That is.
Damn, man! These are the keys to Area J,
Hey,
man!
let me get y'all's picture with that.
That's for a paint room down in the.
Is it?
Hey, Archer, put your hands. Archer,
Oh,
put your hands on that. There you go. Both of y'all hold that right there. That's right. Returning the key. I love it. Great job.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man.
I was wondering why they were breaking the lock off.
Well,
that
no
day.
problem. Man, that's fine. I'm thankful.
That's good.
Oh
I
my
ain't even sure
God.
when we're gonna get them all out, you know, 'cause I don't know
All
when
right.
we're gonna be together.
Well, probably tomorrow at
That's what I
at
figured,
the
but-
barbecue.
If I didn't get them.
I want some of this
now, I might
old
get one
Bardstown
and it would
whiskey
whatever.
right
That's
here.
fine.
Have
Thanks.
at it, man.
Greg, I'm gonna get me a glass.
Hey,
Find
And
me
then
one and
I
give me
kept
some
doing
ice.
good drill for myself.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I need to run down to the corner store and get some tea.
I'm going through some of my.
I'm
I'm
interested in just sipping it with a little bit of ice.
Okay.
I need a plug.
There one right
There we go. Yes, that.
Yeah, Carl wanted.
Yeah, we gotta give us-
All right, brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 001 before, so I'm like, I'm gonna give him the same coin again.
Yeah.
But I had to find a
Do me a
different one
favor.
for myself.
Steve, do me a favor, man. Pick up some sweet tea.
Yes.
Thanks, brother.
Are you heading out?
We had.
I just gotta go over see a friend of mine is
Oh,
on
okay.
the side of town real quick,
Okay.
cause I'm up here.
Oh,
Just
just,
sweet tea?
yeah, just a little sweet tea. Yeah, I use it to mix in my bourbon.
Got
Diamond and sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
So when you ask me, hey, what are you doing? I'm having a little sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Yeah.
We know what that means.
Exactly.
Ah, damn it. I'm gonna put this thing in here somewhere.
We look for
Am I in your way?
phone
My
charger.
phone charger. Yeah.
my room, but I think you're good.
Yeah, we just bought a couple cases too, man, so we can put that in reserve. Is that on the fridge and cooler?
I have a cooler, but of course all the ice is gone because it's
We just
hot.
You got a fridge in your room?
Little one, yeah. Little one. Ain't much to it though.
Hey, Greg Allen just posted, guys, wanted to let you know that I had to have 2 stents installed
Goddamn.
in my knee.
Well,
my
everybody.
Good to see you, dude. Good to see you, man.
Till
How are
like
you?
30
Good.
man.
Yeah, he sent me the text. He sent me a message a couple weeks back. Told me, you know, he can't make it. He's got to have stints in. I'm like, whoa, dude, what are you talking about? So,
Ready to play both?
in my freaking thing. You got a charger? You got a
Your
charger?
cable ain't big enough.
I got, yeah, you can charge right here. I don't have the cord or cable, but I got power right there if you want.
Nah, I don't have either one of those.
Okay.
What kind of phone do you got?
Huh?
What kind of phone do you got?
Samsung. I got a Galaxy, brother.
I do too. You want a bump?
What,
How do you bump?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Me either.
But what it is you got to go to your setting.
Yeah.
Hey, try this. And you can try to lay it on right
Oh.
there and wirelessly charge it, supposedly.
Will it?
So it,
Supposedly,
yeah.
maybe. That's what it's told. I
you
left
got
my.
my damn phone.
Sometimes it won't go through a case, so.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I
I may
got
have
a,
to take it out of the case to try it.
let me get up. Hey, pull me up, John.
We heard it at the reunion. Hey, let
Now,
me
my
get me up.
cord is at the. I got my cord in my room. I just don't feel like going all the way back there.
That's where I'm at. I'll be right back. It's a little nutty cord.
Well, don't do that, man. We'll figure it out. I'm at 26%, actually. I'm a little better than I expect. I thought I was. So I'll go back when I need to, man.
Look at these stickers, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the little stickers.
That's cool, man.
Your shit should charge.
It's on the case, brother. See it? Now, if I take it out of the case, I'm sure it'll charge no problem.
Seeing those were done up.
Yeah, got out of my fucking truck,
Oh, that ain't good, brother.
Think.
so I had to put packing tape on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. Grab up this.
Now, let me see this
I'll
one.
grab up some of these, man, if you don't mind.
These were just extras from when I did it a little back.
Dude, that thing, you're
What was
amazing.
that?
That's the coin, right?
Yeah. That's the old coin.
Right.
Yeah. And so's that one. It's the old
That's
coin.
cool, man.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
another
yeah.
one.
Back.
Nope.
They
That's,
read.
Right. Nice.
that's the bomb.
Keep this.
And what do we got here, man?
I'm gonna throw it in there. So I have a bucket like that.
Well, I gave you a bag too. I think there's a couple in there.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay, then I'm good.
Did I give you a bag?
yeah.
with the
A couple of them got
Yeah, I
some
didn't.
shirts
I looked
made.
at the,
Mark
the
Hamilton
coin,
made some guys some
the
shirts.
metal coin.
Nice.
I looked at another bag. Yes.
Another bag.
Okay,
I
all
gave you
right.
2 of the
Yeah,
coins,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
pretty cool.
mine has the
Sticker.
stickers, but it's got the little 1 ounce flask with the stickers on it.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's cool, man.
That's what I did. I put the stickers on the flask when I did it up.
So I have so many coins from working up at HRC so long. I've got the board that was originally in the HRC office, packed full of coins,
Tomorrow.
and then I have a bucket like that.
Unless
packed
someone's
full of
leaving
freaking
prior
coins.
to
Right.
I know, right?
You know.
It's amazing the
Yeah, I
You
coins
got
that.
anything there?
Sentimental value.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the value.
That's why there's a
Yeah,
bucket.
the stickers
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it, and there
wow.
was a
Yeah,
coin.
I
I put the good ones on top.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
actually, you know, it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
They always ask me, they say,
We run out,
why are
we run
the
out.
87
We've not been
and
soon enough.
4
That's your
follow
phone
night
problem.
coins always up top there. They're
Yeah.
on top here.
Yeah,
There's a reason.
that's right. That's
You
right.
throw them in the bucket.
So my talent managers will come over and they'll go through the bucket and rearrange it. I'm like, all right, which one of you fuckers over here fucking with coins?
I don't mess with my coins.
I tell you, I've been blessed to be able to work with a lot of good NCOs and officers. Every single one.
Typically our best. Go there.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Well, I tell you
There you
what's
go.
really cool at this point is we've had enough come through now
Slide up in the
that I can.
Yeah, we're gonna take a picture.
Oh, heck yeah.
So we're gonna send this one out to like Delaney and Zuber and all them guys
Yeah.
from the old Bravo battery days.
I still want to do an interview with Zuber. He's agreed to it. We hadn't scheduled it yet. Bud Zuber.
You're gonna act like you like each other?
Yeah.
No. You see each other once every 10 years, and you're like, oh, you're not friend, huggy and stuff. It's weird. It's weird.
35, to be honest with you.
Y'all haven't
Isn't
seen
that
each other in
cool?
35 years.
Yeah.
It's all
No
okay.
shit.
Yeah, right.
We saw him once our firstborn was just a baby. We came up and saw him at Fort Bragg.
Wow.
No, she said it's 35.
Our
He's
first
35
leaders.
today.
Wow.
influenced
Like what,
the crap out
87?
of us.
Yep. 87.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
So when I got to Bragg in 85, the first guy who was my quote unquote section sergeant was Corporal Neely, because Big Daddy was in Beanock, I think.
Cook?
No, the original Big Daddy,
Oh, okay.
Jones, Fred D. Yeah,
D.
yeah.
Jones.
And so, anyway, then they paired me up, and he was Ray. Ron was my team chief. I keep calling him Ray because I always used to call him Ray. Ray, call me Ron, man.
All the girls called him Ronnie Ray.
Ronnie Ray.
Yep. So anyway, he was the first one. Like I said, the one that's responsible for all the shenanigans.
So what do you
One was-
remember about Private Stout?
Private Stout?
Yeah, do you
Oh,
remember
yeah,
anything?
yeah.
Do you have any Private Stout stories, like when you rescued
No, I
them from?
already sent him a bunch of money. That's it.
Yeah. 38, what, that was
37.
37 years ago.
Yeah.
Memory's not quite what it used to be, right?
No, it's not.
Thanks to Joe. Joe appreciates that.
Hey, remember though, Army stories
That was a
only
good
require
truth, man. That was
10%
good. You didn't have to
truth.
worry about
It's
it.
10%. As long as it's 10% truth, it's a valid story.
Remember? Yeah. Anytime I went to parties, I always drank Kool-Aid, me and Pam. Well, I'm drinking Kool-Aid now. Kind
Yeah.
of silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably,
Flavored water.
I want to say 89, maybe 87 was the first time I saw you drink a beer.
Yeah.
Now, where do you guys live now?
Seattle, just outside of Seattle.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Y'all drive in.
No, so me and him came the farthest.
Yeah.
So you, wow.
I don't know which ones came further, because I'm further north, so it's probably close to us.
No, it's probably me.
Yeah.
Probably
I
within
came
50
from
miles.
Texas. It's further north.
Yeah.
It takes forever to get out of Texas.
Take
Texas
all
is so
day to
big,
drive
you
across
know.
Texas.
It takes forever to get out of Texas,
Yeah.
so I came the furthest.
Did you drive, Joe?
Yes, sir.
Well, how many miles, Joe?
Ouch.
12 hours.
Did
But
you?
But I did stop about 6 hour mark because, you know, that's part of the rules being in the military.
no, it's not. It was where the casino
Well,
was.
But it was a fun time where I stopped.
Almost 2,800
And,
people.
every 200 miles, 250 miles.
Remember our convoys over to the coast for?
That's what you get paid for one day of travel. 200 and
250 miles.
27 and a half almost.
And I
That's a
spent
convoy
the
over
night at
I looked
Camp
and
Lejeune
the
where
like,
my
right,
office
might got
That's
bar.
not even a full tank on a Humvee.
Yeah.
It was fun. I enjoyed finding out Colorado.
Oh my God, I was online.
Did you? Okay, is that one they had online?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
You know,
why
I keep
wasn't around
getting text
yesterday, because I
messages
was trying to
for the
sleep.
different shirts.
Yeah.
Is that coming
I wasn't
from
here.
the association?
I left,
You know, I
Well, maybe we gotta be careful.
One this morning.
Right. See, that's what I'm worried
Be
about.
careful.
Look, the only shirts you should buy is from my little store. Okay, go to my little store.
I got one of yours.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll probably wear it tonight.
Tell me,
Yeah.
tell me.
I ain't got any. That ain't right.
Didn't you not
You had
get
to buy
none?
them,
You
man.
bought. You the biggest purchaser. You bought everything twice.
This guy's got one of everything.
No,
so
I
if
got-
anybody needs anything.
I think I got 4 shirts and 4 hoodies.
So
Probably.
I'm pleased. So I'm pleased with the quality of everything. If there's something that you
I
want
wish
or we
those
design,
weren't quite so faded looking on the audacious.
so I
stuff.
can brighten that up if you want that. I can.
See, now I liked it, but Tracy said the same thing. My fiance, she's like,
Not enough.
it looks like it's too
What?
faded.
Like it looked
Really?
like it already wore out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I
But-
went for that look,
but-
but now that I get that, I'll do a brighter one.
Yeah.
So you
I
guys,
want to hear
before
the pink
I
one.
don't know if I'm logged into the
Or the
right
rose
site
color one?
or if I'm. I don't see.
But
any
the
of
other
that
thing
stuff.
is, I
Look,
noticed
mine is, I think, blue. I think I'm gonna wear it, I think, tomorrow.
on some of them, it's
You know what else I
went
got?
in
No,
and
not tomorrow,
joined it
tonight.
And follow it.
on one.
I'm worried about
one
bringing it
hoodie
out
is
tomorrow.
real wide,
I have to wait till
the
Sunday.
next one.
It'll
Believe it or not, I
the
still
whole-
fit one of my
Does it
old
show
Battalion
though
P-T
that-
shirts.
Can you guys look and see?
So I got it with
registered
me.
or whatever.
Just
On
don't
there?
ask me to
Oh,
stretch.
then
Get my big.
I'm gonna have to get you to show me before.
Yeah.
Make sure.
I'll bring
But
my
at least it's
computer
not too
down,
tight. I'm not like.
and if you guys have any
So
questions,
I'm okay for
concerns,
that. I don't look like a sausage in it, you know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
see, I'm not seeing.
Yeah, if you go into,
Stuff
if you
or
go
something?
into, all our stuff is hyperlinked
We
on
got
top.
just some merchandise. So we have two websites. We have formerforce.com and then we have formerforce.myshopify.com.
And that one don't always work.
There's two different ones.
Oh, okay.
So we have our own
And,
store as
and
well.
we're smart, but we don't
We don't
quite, we can't get
we
it
just
all
put all this
together.
stuff in there and we're like, yeah, let's do it.
Here's what I get
What
when I
do we
click
do?
on that
Yeah,
shit.
oh, wait a minute.
Because I stopped sending shirts out. I used to send the shirts out.
Yeah, right off the link off the
And,
top of
you
your
know,
page.
that got pretty expensive for me.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, it's a
I mean,
cost.
every
Yeah,
time
but-
I
Telling you
bought
that.
anything,
Yeah.
Hey, that's the postmaster
Hey,
right there.
Yeah.
He knows it's expensive.
Yep.
Well, see, here's the problem I
Hey.
kept getting. You click off the link, and that's what comes up.
It goes straight to my Shopify. So one of the issues we had was, just internet
Go
stuff,
back.
right?
Yeah.
It's just
Click on the
Yeah.
link, and that's what
on
it
the
is.
internet. If
That's why I
you
like-
if
hey,
you
well, I
tell
need a-
something to link
link
to
to
your
work.
website, like we tried to link my Shopify and former force,
Oh,
that turned out to be not, and it continues to.
oh, I
to
know.
deal with that.
Just
There you go.
hang on a second.
If you
Yeah, I'm
refresh,
showing you that way. If it's
Let
something
me
you
check
know
my phone.
that you can fix.
Somebody might be in it.
I think so.
It should just jump right.
They hacked
It's
in
been
it?
doing that ever since he's posted it that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway,
You gotta bring
this
that
turned
up on
out to
the
be
next
not
so we can get
exactly
fixed.
savvy
Well, I
because,
mentioned it to him before.
You gotta let us know because we
I
don't
like the
know.
way,
I did let him know.
is it Dustin?
Yeah, he
Dustin
just sent me
Shaver have his wings
a link
pounded
to
in like
access
that?
it. I like that. I told him
Somebody last night did. too.
I know, I
You
know.
know, so
he
if
had,
you
I
lose
thought it
customers.
was somebody else.
if they can't log on.
'Cause I got, this is my Sunday go to meeting hat.
that's a nice looking hat.
And then I have my work hat. That's kind of
That's
raggedy
something
looking.
comes
That I
out.
wear
Truck
every day.
driver, that's it.
Huh?
Let me see the back of it. Oh no, it's not. It's just
It's not like his.
3480 AR,
yeah.
airborne on the side.
Customized.
11 Bravos, I think is what it is. 11bravos.com, where you make the.
You kind of
custom
designed
hats.
it. Pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so didn't have any of my stuff that I could bring. It's like we haven't got our household goods yet. They're going to be delivered here
Oh, is that right?
in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for them to come back and tell me what day they're going to deliver. But like, I don't have any of my shirts or any of that stuff.
Anything like that?
Only thing I got is the box from these guys.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the only.
So
Good
what do
nice
y'all
box,
think of
man.
that? You think that's cool?
Dude,
The
that's
idea-
awesome, man.
Yeah.
The idea is all about that thumb drive and the
Yeah,
content. It's that interview, right? I mean, if I could have my granddad's story, and the other thing that I think and I hope that you guys appreciate is that we're trying to tell timeless stories, right? When you go back and look at your interview, it's something that
Yeah.
we're not talking about what Congress did last week. We're talking about who influenced you,
Right.
and what got you where you're at, and spirituality and things like that. So thank y'all for participating. You know, it's really cool.
Yeah,
I
that
got
is.
your box here
yeah, I can
and
get
coin
that.
and everything.
Shoot, we could
If I
have.
log into ForceCom on my
We could have gone for hours.
browser.
Right?
You know, it was just
Yeah.
like it was.
You realize
Yeah.
the interview that the three of us did? Remember?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That gone. That went away.
He lost
After
it.
I lost it somehow.
There you go.
It's some kind of a glitch.
Yeah.
Because I went back and
Yeah,
went and looked
I-
for it.
That's how I
That
did
was-
it. But what I'm saying is,
That was
I
so
tried to-
That was a
cool.
good
That was
one,
really
man.
cool. That was a good one. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. That was like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I know.
in case you
I
don't
know.
have a page, it just don't go there.
It,
I never will forget the time when I was
Well,
selected for a master
I've gotten
sergeant.
in, or I wouldn't have bought merchandise,
You
right?
Sergeant Major. And
Oh.
you came out and you said, hey, congratulations, sir.
This is
I said, for what? And he said, you were selected for master sergeant. I said, okay, where's my battery? And you got that look on your face. And I was like, this motherfucker getting ready to give me some bad news. He said, Burnley and Plotnick are on their way in.
Mm-hmm.
And we had I forget who the other first sergeants were. And you said, you're high time on station.
Yep.
Fuck. I said, okay, where's my battery? Well, I know they got some open ones in Fort Bliss. I was like, no. Give me my damn orders.
that's it. And, you know, it's an interesting thing. Certain people want in their head certain positions. Like you were in a position where you wanted to be 34th Battalion Command Sergeant Major, right? Isn't that really cool to think about that?
Well, honestly, my career was a dream career, right? I mean, I got to go everywhere I wanted to go. And it just so happened when I got to where I was needed, when those positions, like those times came up, they were positions that were important to me, sentimental to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they were going to send me, I forget where they were going to send me from JRTC, because Mercante was tracking Marlin in Alaska, and then he had some other guy. The guy was an E6 promotable working in the supply room up there because he didn't want to be responsible for a platoon. So when I was getting ready to leave JRTC, I said I want to go back up there because at the time that was the only Stinger platoon that was left. You know, once we explained to Mercante, Marlin's retiring, and this guy's working in the supply room, I was on my way. And then I go back to Bragg and talk to Sergeant Major Patterson, and it just so happened as I was coming in, Charlie Battery was open, man. So I'm like, holy shit, you know. And then the same with
Nobody will ever
Battalion.
be a Battalion CSM for 7.5 years like Sergeant
Major Patterson. Yep.
That's those days are long gone.
Yep.
With the new system.
Yep.
But wasn't he the CSM for like 7.5 years? Five,
I think.
Yeah,
he got there. Let's see.
It was a long time.
Yeah, it was. It was. And you know what? I was there probably
3 different commanders, right?
Yeah. I think he came in as part of
who was before Seward? Who was before Seward?
I don't remember. Younger?
Yes.
Younger.
But wasn't
Younger,
now that was
Seward,
Younger was
Pruitt.
Adams was with Younger, but did he leave while Younger was still there? I don't remember.
Yes,
Sergeant Major Adams.
Adams and Younger were together.
Right, but I don't know if did Sergeant Major Adams leave before Younger left.
Gave up?
I don't
remember.
I don't remember.
So he was at least there for all of Seward, all of Colonel Pruitt.
Right.
And then he left before because Ridgway came in with Colonel Underhill.
True.
But he was there at least. He was 5 years, 5.5.
Yeah.
And then I was there 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, you know, I realized, I mean, hindsight being 2020, I should have gone a year ahead. You know what I mean? Because you just
With
get
everything
complacent.
going on with the battalion, it was the right decision.
Yeah.
With the transition.
But it was,
from
I just,
division.
yeah.
Composite,
All the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
Battle scars that will never go away.
Yeah, boy. I still tell that story about when Tiffany picked us up. Remember on 1 October of 07 is when they were taking, or not 07, 06, we're taking off the AA patch. Remember me and you, when I got hammered. I mean, we were trash. He was the XO and I was Sergeant Major. I mean, we were like, man, this is it. It's the last time we'll ever wear the AA patch. You know, on the left shoulder anyway. And we got hammered drunk. And my wife at the time picks us up. And we're both like, you know, we're like crying drunk. Oh, I can't believe it. She's like, I don't know what y'all are worried about. It's just a patch. Oh man. He was calm. He just kind of sat back and I went Sergeant Major on her. You know what I mean? I was like,
Not this
dude, what the fuck? You don't understand what he did. Said, yeah, I was crazy, man. I grew up, man. I wore that patch more than I wore anything else, man. As an 18-year-old private coming into 3rd or 4th ADA, dude. That was my biggest influence in life.
Still have the official orders.
Yep.
Of when the directive to take off.
To take off the patch. God, that was heartbreaking.
That would suck.
There's such a pride on it.
So get this. So here
I had
I'm the
the
battalion.
distinction of I was one of only 2 battalion CSMs to deploy with battalion headquarters with the 82nd, right? Sergeant Major Miranda, we went to Desert Storm,
Right.
and then me,
Yeah.
when we went over for OIF, and then I was also a sergeant major in position when we transitioned to an AMD battalion, which was kind of sucked too. No disrespect to any of them guys.
Get this.
And then
So
the CSM when we had to take off the
So,
patch, man.
here's the leadership team when this all happens to go down.
Yeah.
He's the CSM. Bill Stacy's the battalion commander. Ken Radishak's the 3, and I'm the XO.
Yep.
I'm the only one with any Patriot experience because I started out as a Patriot officer, as a lieutenant in a battery XO. I'm the only one that had. Plus, I mean, Bill Stacy had his head in the sand. He wouldn't admit that it was happening.
Yeah.
Sergeant Major came around. I mean, he didn't like it. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it was emotional. Ken Radishak's like, Dwayne, I have no fucking clue. What do we got to do? and so we're going
We're all
through
like,
this.
hey, XO, what's going
Yeah.
on? It's like, well, you do this, you do this, you
Yeah.
do this. That's it.
It was crazy.
So going from SHORAD to Patriot, it's like being given color crayons that operate in a different language.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
I couldn't imagine.
Sergeant
So picture this.
Tully, I guess maybe.
So we get the orders to leave division, become a composite battalion.
Sergeant Mitchell was.
At the time when this happened, they saw the opportunity to use 3-4 to do all the non-standard missions.
Yep.
So we had Alpha and Bravo deployed doing CRAM. We had Charlie and portions of Delta deployed doing detainee operations. We received 2 batteries from Germany, 40% strength personnel and equipment. Alpha Avenger, Alpha Patriot. We had 2 Bravo batteries, and one was deployed. We had the equipment for a Charlie battery, the equipment for a Delta battery. We took all the Avengers and created Echo battery, and took all this Avenger personnel, created Echo battery, and we stood up a maintenance company, and we stood up a Patriot battalion parts. What do they call? What am I drawing?
Yeah, I don't know. I know.
Parts receivable?
Yeah, but
Everything in there.
we did all.
Yep.
Yeah, all of that was going on at the same time.
I couldn't imagine.
Oh, and by the way, we moved the battalion from Ardennes to Smoke Bomb Hill. And I was working with the Big Army in the installation, designing Patriot Point, which is now where 108th Brigade is located.
That's awesome.
All of that was going. Sergeant Major would tell you, I was sleeping like 4 hours a night.
Yeah.
You were a lieutenant.
I was a major.
He was a major.
Oh, a major.
I was the
He was the
battalion
battalion XO then.
It don't matter. That's still
Chuckling.
Oh my
Because now I'm
goodness.
hearing the other side because I'm up there doing this.
That must have been heartbreaking, man.
Right.
Motherfuckers.
It was-
That means
he
I
was
can take
killing
this
us,
guy
man.
here.
Yeah.
You know, and here's the funny thing.
That's crazy.
So,
Working in
it was
pools.
And they'd have to
you know,
do a Patriot too?
we're up there when I first
Because
started,
you have to
right
train
after we got
everybody.
back from OIF.
You're not just gonna have.
And
Remember coming TDY out there?
me and Tommy D. King are up at division headquarters fighting, trying our damnedest to stay with division. Of course, the divisions didn't want to lose any of their battalions, you know.
Right, yeah.
It was
But
a
you know,
branch
the
decision.
big army and the branches said, here's what you're gonna do, you know. So anyway, I'll never forget sitting up there, and Charlie Thorpe, who had just retired as the division CSM, he's standing in the back of the conference room. My boss is up talking with the CG and the G3, and I see him back there, and I'm like, hey, Sergeant Major, what do you think of all this BS going on here? Stout, I wouldn't worry about it. Hell, they tried to do this 30 years ago with the airborne battle groups. They figured out they had their heads up their asses in about 15, 20 years. They fixed it back the way it was. So you all will be back. Don't worry about it, you know. So all of a sudden I see this article in the paper that actually still feels weird to say. Jeff Underhill, the general, sent it to me about the new construct of the divisions now. We're going back to the old school. Air Defense Battalion's going into protection brigades. Although he said, not so fast. But, yeah, but anyway, I'll never forget that old Charlie Thorpe. Don't worry about it. I said, Sergeant Major, what are you doing? He said, I just sit back there, write orders, tell whatever they tell me to do. I said, don't you want to be running something? Fuck that, Stout. I've been in charge of people for 37 years. I ain't want to charge of nothing else.
I get it.
Roger that, Sergeant Major.
Hey, I'm telling you, you get
That whole deal was
Add 4
just like,
years out of me.
gut
Wow.
wrenching.
Yeah, man.
Knowing it was going away.
I'm telling you.
That's
Like,
it.
so we
Brain dump.
did the big,
That's what happened to me. I just
big
cranked
switch.
them, but
Yeah.
we
get out and
redesignated
Well, if you
all the
threw me back
batteries,
from
all
the
the
right,
called
I'd probably
original
figure it out.
batteries to
Oh, no.
Patriot.
They
They
come
come
right back to
Patriot
me.
batteries.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
got some
But I
type
get
stuff.
phone calls
And made
24 hours a day
the
right
Avenger
here.
battery, which was all the
At my house,
14 Sierras.
be out in the middle of nowhere.
That was 16 Sierras.
Yeah, right.
Real quick on
Man, it was just, it was ugly, man. You know, it was crazy.
for having
It was
that
wild.
level of historical knowledge.
And then when that day came down, we knew we were going
because
to
you
come
know what?
eventually.
We're
What
lost
happened was
now.
division.
You have more
was getting ready
knowledge,
to go
so
to
you
division
just kept
headquarters.
carrying on the PDB.
And so basically they let us
tell you,
wear
we
patch
lost
because they
Neil
took care of
Hess
us administratively.
out in
It was 108
headquarters still in
You
place.
didn't want to get a coach.
So we
job.
fell under them for
So they
administrative purposes.
mandatorily
So we got to
retired
keep
him.
double A
They
on.
still call him.
But when they got
out
ready
like
to
nil.
leave, that's what they said. Hey, man,
Unless
in
you get brought
September,
back on and get
last
paid.
day, 1 October, you got to put on.
Cut the
Yeah,
name
but
of
he-
it.
he- he-
You took everything that you and I worked
Yeah, we got to
on,
keep
put it in
now.
a
Another
freaking shared drive so
we
they
still
can
got to
go
keep
back
our
to
maroon
it.
berets
They
and
can
all
go
Where's
that.
the bread? You ain't got
They
it?
can go to that shared.
What?
At home, huh?
It's at
Don't
home.
need to bother you.
About
You know,
45
you
minutes
didn't
away.
even get
Yeah.
paid for 6 months.
Hey, I brought mine. It's did you?
Yeah.
Damn it, man! I thought about bringing
After-
mine. I thought, nah, I
hey,
don't want to go over to it.
There's all
After
kinds of
30
programs
years,
like that out there.
it
though.
still
Yeah.
looks too new.
Does
You
it?
just
I wore mine like I'm digging
So talking about
American Legion
t-shirts,
post back there.
When
So
I was
every
first sergeant down there at
on
Fort
Veterans
Bliss,
Day, of course, we got a parade and I ride in the parade. You know,
Yeah.
made
And
this
so I
for
wore
for
my
our
beret at the
softball
last
team.
one, man. So
Yeah,
I
Damn,
was like,
that's
all right,
pretty
this is
fucking
cool.
So we
I've done
sprayed
a
out
good
every
commander
can that
riders.
we
Are
had,
you?
that's awesome.
and the freaking
And deals
post
with all
commander
the,
of Fort Bliss saw that and
ceremonies
made
for
us
veterans.
remove
It's
Yeah.
like, I have to gather
badass
people from
burros
4
off
different
everything
posts to
we
get
done.
people to honor guard.
Well, and you know what?
But when you look
Unfortunately,
at it, we were
had
Bravo
an
battery.
issue where
Yeah.
A lot of times we
ADA.
might just need to- one
and
guy
we were
with the
badass.
flag and other,
Yeah.
but now here's
So,
the other thing.
Now, my warrant officer came up with that design,
And I'm not,
we were like,
I'm
yeah,
not involved
that'll
much
fucking
because
work.
of work.
That's
Most of the
awesome.
other guys.
I didn't
do
want
stuff
another
right.
one. Send me-
But-
send me or we'll
but,
have it. We'll get it hooked
We have
up for you.
started doing the.
That is pretty
honor.
cool.
We put it right on the,
Fold
we put it right on the.
flag.
Who was
for you.
who was
We got
the
guy who-
installation
he doesn't
commander
play the
then?
bugle, but does.
Yeah,
We've gotten,
sure.
we've
I
become
forget who it
the
was.
honor guard team in that
I wanna-
area too. If they don't have
I
something
want to say,
already,
and that's what we do.
Spillman was 11th
I mean,
Brigade for a
sometimes
little
we're short a
while.
person. We have
He
to
was
hold
actually
the
108
flag and jump
Brigade.
over, do 21
Spillman.
Yeah.
But it could have been
But
Spillman.
yeah.
He didn't make it happen.
But I mean, our
That's right.
But
community-
he could,
4,000
I know
Yeah.
it was, I think it was.
See, ours is the
11,000.
same. I think in that whole, in our little
Get that
area,
shit off there.
I think
Damn, all it is
our
is paint,
VSO,
black
our veteran
paint,
service
put it on a
officer,
freaking can and on
is
the
a part of our
bumpers.
legion,
It
obviously.
didn't matter because
He said,
how
I
hard
think we
was
got
it to
like
get the
1,200
truck paint you
veterans
needed to
in-
paint the
Oh,
darn truck back?
And we're a
Yeah.
small county.
You go through X
Same
Congress,
thing. I think in that
like,
town
we're
it's
a
about
big
like
county,
special
but we're a
paint.
small town.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
But,
saying. We got
we
little
was hard to come by.
45,000
Yeah.
people in the county,
Mhm.
but it's spread out over, damn 100 miles.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
So-
did you hear the news about Ryan Nielsen?
Yeah.
He is the division
He's going to be the
commander.
acting
Acting
division
division.
commander. I think it actually happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
He texted me. He didn't give me the, but he so.
cool, man.
Well, I talked to him because he was talking about doing that, and I said, "Hey, I said, just blow that shit off, sir. Tell me you got a prior engagement."
Right.
I don't know if the CG would say,
Yeah,
"Hey, sir, don't you tell him, hey, sir, back up leg."
So Martha
He's like,
and I
"Yeah,
got
I'm
to
with
hang out
you."
with him and Elizabeth quite a bit up in Northern Virginia. He's
Yeah.
doing really well, but so he's
Yeah.
former brigade commander. He's
Yeah.
and so the one star who was going to take the division decided to step down and retire, and they don't have another person to take the position. And so they said, "You're the guy," and he's actually, I think, being considered for. It's much different in the
Yeah, yeah,
in the
right,
range,
yeah,
but
yeah. He considered for that star.
I think so. He's
Oh,
definitely.
no.
Well,
Shit.
of course,
Dude, could
why
you
would he?
imagine?
Why look?
That's right.
Yeah.
Look, why would they not?
Yeah.
Right? Aren't they anointed
Hey,
people?
you
Yeah.
know what?
Right.
Yeah.
We need, if that was to happen, we should go up there and force, man,
Yeah.
for that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
That
so
would be
why didn't
so
you
cool.
and Martha get a star? Right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing. I
Yeah.
cannot imagine why not. I can't personally.
No, I'm with you.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
with
we have had one of the interesting
Just the way
things.
you're grown.
One of the interesting things of some of the folks that I've interviewed have been people that didn't quite get to the level that they thought they were going to or wanted to.
Oh, I went farther than I ever expected.
It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing.
I tell everybody every day, man, I'm proof the Army had a sense of humor.
And, dude, I would tell you,
Well, they
Jeffrey
made a brigade
Portee proved to me that anybody
Sorry.
could be a sergeant. I
Always
guarantee
tell
you.
the
Who's that?
story.
Jeffrey Portee. Remember Sergeant Portee?
JP.
Hey, my lip ain't got nothing on him, bro. Let me tell you. That's straight pimping right there.
Hey, hey.
That's funny.
I will never forget. I'll never forget Pascal Hilton. Pascal Hilton screaming at him for marching. We were getting ready to march. He couldn't march, man. He did this, man. You can see that head doing this.
Yep.
He's bopping, yep.
No matter what, man, he was like.
That's funny.
Jeffrey A.
I'll never forget
We
him
used to tease
calling
him,
me.
when we were in March, we used to tease him, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Quit that beat bopping, man. I ain't beat bopping.
He couldn't help it though.
He
Nope.
couldn't help it, no.
From Chicago, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He golly. I wrote an essay about how he sequestered me when I was a private, like my second or third day. I was walking to the motor pool, and he said, Marshall, where you going? And I'm like, I'm Brandon, Sergeant, I'm going to the motor. He knew exactly where I was going. He's like, get in, I'll drive you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I walk over to the passenger side, and he's walking to the passenger side with me. And he like opens the door. And I'm like, this man's opening the door for me?
I like that, man.
And then he gets in. And I realize, I guess the driver's side door won't open. Right. So he gets into the passenger side. And I'm like, and I'm a private, and he's a sergeant, and he's like, I'm walking to the motor pool, and he like, we just got done with formation, and he said, no, you get in, you ride with me.
I got the ADD's flag on the bike.
Well, you can't refuse a sergeant as a private. Right. So he opens the door, he gets in. I'm like, I follow him in, I close the door. I notice he's got Visqueen over the window on the driver's side. You remember this car?
I remember his car, yeah.
He takes his long-handled flat-tip screwdriver and he pulls it out and he puts it in a different slot. And he does like this and the car goes, and he pulls the screwdriver out, puts it in another slot, and puts it in gear. And we go driving down the road. And we're doing one of these. You ever got that side slip going in that? I realize that we're side slipping down the road. We're crabbing down the road. Yeah. So, okay, no problem. We're just going to the motor pool. We go down, we take a left on Yadkin Extension, and we go past Yorktown Victor and head towards off post. And I'm supposed to be going, I'm a private, marching to the motor pool, and Sergeant Arroyo expects me to be there because we're breaking the Vulcan down or whatever. Off post, we're driving, and I can't do nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, Sergeant, no, Sergeant. I'm talking to J.P. Portee, okay? And you know where we go? We go all the way out to there's a barber shop close to Jim's pawn shop.
Yeah.
And next to the barber shop is a comic book store. He pulls up at the comic book store. Okay? My head is Sergeant Arroyo told me to march immediately to the motor pool and he would be there in 15 minutes. We're going to start breaking down the cannon.
Is there also a bar right next to the comic book store?
Probably. So we go up in there. So we get to the comic book store and we pull up and he's like, puts it in gear, pulls the little thingy, and he's like, and I'm like, well, I'll just sit in the car. And he's like, you gotta get out. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I get out, put my beret on. He walks in, no beret, nothing, just boom, 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 boom. And I'm just like, marching behind him. We go in. He buys like 3 comic books, comes back out, puts them in this. Remember, he had Visqueen on the door. He had his comic books triple wrapped in plastic trash bags so they didn't get wet. He opened them up, he put his new comic books in there. He was telling me about that there was the latest, the second edition, the first edition. He was telling me all these details about these comic books. And then we go back to the motor pool. I'm an hour late to the motor pool. Staff Sergeant Arroyo loses his mind on 3-day in the unit private marshal. And Portee has no idea. He goes off in his own way, and I go marching in, and my squad leader smokes my ass. Where have you been? Sergeant Portee. What? I don't care. You do Fort Bragg all day long. 1 2 1 2 1 2. I say you push, and it was crazy. You remember Arroyo, right?
Of course.
Hey, so we were sitting in the barracks one day. JP was out doing whatever. He comes back in and throws a freaking VHS tape at us. Pop it in there, starts playing freaking porno.
Yeah.
Oh no, he gets better.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, you can see showing behind him, and all of a sudden you see JP turn around in the porno going.
No shit. Homemade porno.
We had a guy in Charlie Battle.
That's old school amateur right there. You know?
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
Yeah,
Oh, freaking JP Portee. There he is. Look at him. What's up, Sergeant Rivera?
How was this?
Colonel Bowyer
Been a
right
long
there.
time. Golly.
Hey,
Good
no,
to
sir.
see you. Airborne. There you go. Wayne, please. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Come in, sit down, man. Hang out. We're just chilling.
What's up, brother, man?
How you doing?
Good, man. Good to see you again.
Again. Right, Bob?
Man.
So 95
Oh.
Fat Boy.
So you go by Pawpaw.
No, I call by
I
Fred.
call him Fat Bob.
I go by all kinds of names. It don't matter.
So I go by anything but late for dinner.
Yeah, there
I
you
I
go.
just became a granddad.
Yes,
a
he
month
did.
ago,
That's
so.
right. Congrats.
Hey, there's nothing like it.
Pop.
Hey, man, I'm grandpa. I chose grandpa.
I didn't want to choose, so I gave my son a list. I was like, because they wanted us to choose before he was born, because they gave us some shirts and some. And I was like, I gave him a list of like 5 or 6 things. I was like, you guys, because ultimately he's going to decide.
Right.
I said, so we're start with
Actually,
Pop.
I got my
There you go.
stepdaughter getting married
So
tomorrow.
it's funny you say that.
Oh, no kidding.
And it's
My
like,
daughter and
hey, I'm
son-in-law
sorry,
did
I
the
made
same
reservations.
thing.
You're the one paying for your wedding.
I don't know.
Sorry.
You know, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
So
You know.
all of a sudden, my
And
son-in-law
it'll be
says,
hard on her
"We'll
because her
just call
mom
you
passed away in
Carl."
2012.
I was like,
Yeah,
the fuck is
yeah.
what? So, you know, they were joking around, and
One of
Aria
them things still keep
started
contact with
calling.
the kids. So.
And I said, no, that ain't gonna work. So then she turned around, and I'm granddaddy, grandpa.
Granddaddy, grandpa.
Granddaddy,
That's
grandpa.
cool. That's cool.
So,
Yeah.
Those kind of names are really endearing. That's
I
great.
want to call granddaddy, grandpa, so she'll FaceTime me, and we'll sit there and talk. Hey, granddaddy, grandpa. I'm like, you can pick one or the other.
Yeah.
So my grandchild is just turning 2 this weekend. As a matter of fact, yesterday she turned 2. And I'm missing her birthday party today to be with you guys. Yeah.
Well,
it's
it's like I
wonderful.
just told him. I said my stepdaughter's getting married tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, right?
And she was supposed to get married in October, and then found out when they had their wedding plan, that's when her baby's due. And she changed. I said, you know, I already made reservations. I'm going to see you guys.
Hey.
And I'm sorry.
Hey, let me tell you something.
You
There's
know?
something, you get to a certain age, a certain group, look, our bonds are valuable,
Yeah,
man.
right.
They're
Yeah,
valuable,
it's
especially with
probably
as
a good
separated
3.5
as this
hour
world
ride.
is. We could easily think that we're
He might have.
way more separated than we really are.
Yeah.
Diamond Dave O'Neill said
I love that
his
guy.
ETA is 4 o'clock.
Oh, yay! Look.
Hey, I heard Schimmel's not coming now.
Nah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So Hurd apparently so the plan was for them is that Hurd, they were all supposed to ride with Hurd
Oh
and meet
my
with
God.
Hurd at his house
Dorset?
last night.
Or
It was supposed to be for sure Schemmel, Hurd, Robertson, and Mickle. So Robertson pulled out. But last time I talked to Schemmel said Bassett was coming and Doucette was coming.
Doucette, yeah.
I said, man, I hadn't heard it from any of them, but God bless them, let's go, you know. But then Schemmel sent me a message Tuesday, and said, hey, you know, Hurd had something that came up, so he's not going to be able to make it, so we're all pulling out. And I'm like, dude, you can fly solo. He's like, man, it's too, you know, it costs too much to fly down there now. And I'm like, no, dude, it's like a 13-hour drive. I'm too old and fat to do 13 hours.
I wish I would have freaking driven up and brought.
I know, man. Well, you know what? You told him, yeah. I
He
didn't
could have
think of
driven
that.
like 4 hours. I could have met him in Northern Virginia, and we could have came.
Come together, yeah. So, I don't know. Al Lutz.
Is he coming?
No. So he had to get his lip worked on the 3rd. So he's recovering from that. But he said, you know, make sure everybody knows, you know, wish he was here. The one I'm, you know, so we'll need to hear in a little bit. As a matter of fact, Gorman.
Yeah.
You remember Nate Gorman?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Gorman was what he was, you know, we were in Desert Shield, Desert Storm. He was one of my team chiefs when I was running the section. He was supposed to come out and he had to back out. So he just sent, I got 2 Facebook messages, one from him. It says, that's you, man. That's the thing. But anyway, says I should have been boarding a flight today. Sure wish I could have joined all you this weekend. Get some airborne fun, raise a glass. You couldn't make it, and I'll do it from here in Phoenix. Hold on, man. And then Paul.
I'm taking over the world.
That's it.
Marshall Media.
Paul, or what's his name? Paul. The kid, he just graduated from the Sergeant Major's Academy.
Albright, Banstra, Paul.
No. Kenneth Paul. Ken Paul.
Yeah.
Said, hey, hope y'all having a good time, man. So said, tell everybody hello. So anyway, yeah, those guys had to pull out. Kind of bummed, man. That would have been. There'd have been about 9 of us strong from the old Charlie Battery days. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Mark Hamilton said he gonna try, but he don't know.
Yeah, right.
You know, and then Carl Walters said, tell everybody hello. Sorry he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So Carl Waters must have been before my time. Do you guys remember him?
My time too.
You guys remember him?
There in the early 80s.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was still at Old Division.
Okay, yeah. See, but
and then
by the time I got there,
we grabbed Brock's stuff and go get changed. Come back. He's about to fire up the grill.
Oh, right.
Where's he at?
Putting stuff in his room.
Does he need anything?
No.
He got anything?
We pretty much got everything.
Well, we bought a bunch of stuff too. Ron and Tanny we bought some potato salad, macaroni salad, watermelon, all sorts of sides, chips, drinks.
100-pound tomahawks. Tomahawks?
Yes. You got them too.
The only
like actual throwing tomahawks?
No, the steaks.
Oh, I was talking about the tomahawk. We bought throwing tomahawks.
And before we go to cook, the only thing they ask is we got to move it out into the courtyard area, not so close to the building.
Okay.
It's got it.
Yeah. So I think, well, we put it there because at the time it was raining.
We just
tried to
dropped
keep
it
out of there. But
They just don't cook.
And then after that, he told me, I caught that fucker.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
The only thing we don't have is plates and that kind of stuff. We got any of those?
Ooh, I didn't ask him about that. I know we got.
You got the to-go ones. Tear them in half and each one.
Oh, we got some of those. But we got all the way back here and thought,
We go down to the surplus store up the street, get the metal trays like
That's
we're in the chow hall.
Like we're in the chow hall.
We'll figure something out. We go try to butter up this lady over here in the thing. Maybe she got some in the kitchen. Or
Hey, you didn't bring your mess
we
pan
tried
with you?
that too, but
yeah?
she was going to have to ask the manager because I told her probably need like 50.
Oh shit.
So she's like, well, you know.
Where's the damn
There's
store?
got to be a store close.
That'd be
Yeah.
probably a Dollar General somewhere.
Let me make sure Brock doesn't have them first.
Yeah.
Get some plasticware and some plates and napkins.
I got some stoves over there in that bag too, man. I know you brought some, so we're
Steve took my last one.
Did he?
Yeah, I brought my daggone the Forcecom humidor packed full. Yeah, they all disappeared.
We smoked.
So do I need to send you my mailing
I
address
signed
so I
up
can get a
for one of them last
Forcecom
night.
humidor, man, or like an air defense branch humidor or something like
Yeah,
that?
I don't have an air defense when Forcecom came and had a box of them.
Yeah.
They did. There
Nice.
might be 1 or 2 left.
All right, rock and roll.
Those travel humidors are cool.
Yeah, that's right.
That works.
I used to
So-
smoke cigars for a long time. I finally had to give it up.
So
Too expensive.
the chief of Readiness Division is selling his house, and they're downsizing. And he called me up and he's like, Craig, you still smoke cigars, don't you? I'm like, yep, sure do. He said, I got a 500 count humidor. You can come and pick up.
Damn, dude.
So big ass fucking humidor.
Yeah.
He said you need to order some desiccant cartridges or whatever for it. Went on eBay and they have this electronic humidifier that goes in there. You fill the sponge up once a month. Best fucking Copenhagen and cigars I've ever had in my life.
What did that thing run you? The
little electronic portion that flows everything, it's like $90.
No. So free 500 count. I got a buddy of mine out there, man. I used to sell insurance with. He lives out in Watertown. He's got one. It's like a stand. I mean,
Exactly.
Yep. Man, it's nice. Tell you what, it takes care of the cigars.
I tell you, buy
You got one
some
liquor
Copenhagen
store.
and you open
They
up
sell
like that log
cigars
and
there,
that
too.
top can is dry. Put the rest of the cans, just spread them out in there. About a day later, it's nice and moist.
You talking about? Yeah, I was going to ask you about that Copenhagen.
Yeah, nice. And
So humidifier with that little thing in there, and you just open the can up and let it sit.
Oh, you can. I just leave it still in the can and seal it up, and it just stays in there, and the humidity is constant.
Did you butter her up?
No butter.
Look at you! Look at you! Hey, that's called mission success.
No,
right
she
there.
was. She was gonna let us out. So we need like 50. So let me go ask the manager.
They let us stay out there till almost 5 in the morning last night.
No way.
I thought we were making them
He
drinks.
said the GM came in here, man.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, they said they made him stand a parade rest. Suspected uniform was fucked up, so he kicked him out.
Good deal.
Yeah. Now basically just said, man, we can't deny access to anybody.
Oh, we're not denying
And
anybody.
then he said, move your janky
Hey,
ass
we deny access?
out away from the building.
That's not what he said. That is not what he said, okay? That is not what he said. That's Sergeant Major's office.
That's right. Sign in
That's
here,
what he
please.
basically said, is don't rearrange the place and don't deny anybody access. If you do, then you guys will have to pay for the renting
room.
the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said, just don't cook next to the building, just move
Yeah,
out.
we won't.
Yeah.
Hey, we were sharing alcohol with him last night.
We didn't.
Yeah, he was cool about
Arrange
it.
anything.
We'll,
Yeah.
we'll
Nah, he's good.
I mean, some of it's already
Smoothed him
arranged,
over.
but.
buttered him up. We came in here like he had gas.
He came
And then
in
as soon
like
as
he
you
was
like
like a
reached out and
bulldog.
shook his hand, he was like,
Calm down, yeah.
Just let her know
Hey,
that
look.
we know General.
You know what the problem?
If you just hesitate.
He gets
Hey,
paid like
we'll get ready to give her
$38,000
all.
a year to manage this place, probably. I'm telling you.
no, not a lot.
How
No,
much?
it's-
It is really
No, he's
sad.
just saying, I mean,
Okay,
Yeah.
look, this isn't. It's just interesting.
yeah.
It's just an interesting dilemma. that
But
we
he,
get put in.
oh yeah.
But he
the
handled it
problem
very
is-
well, I thought.
He had to bring on his badass look because he knew he was coming in dealing with a bunch of
Oh
old parents.
yeah, dude,
Yeah,
it
it's
could
like,
be
man,
turned into
it's
a rough and
military
tumble
reunion.
The thing
situation.
is, though, did you notice he came in with backup? The other guy, the other guy.
Oh, that's
was like-
right. Yeah. He's like, you go stand over there, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the play they're running? They're in the office. All right, so listen up. So you're gonna go over here. We're gonna go see these paratroopers. They think they've taken over. We got to make sure they know who's boss. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Okay, you're gonna go over there. If they jump me, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna dial 911, and then I'm gonna jump in, right? And then
No, he's gonna run.
But you're right. I mean, he wants to just keep us happy. He
exactly.
didn't make enough money to have a
No,
big conflict.
it's not like this is his place.
No,
It's not like
hey,
Diamond Dave says hour away.
Oh my gosh, is he by himself?
Yeah, read back
We
down
heard that
on
loud and clear.
Oh,
you know, him and Perman are like next door neighbors.
That's
And I
crazy,
told him, I
right?
said, dude, you got to get Perman to come with you. He said, man, we're trying. And it never happened.
There's so many, like Darnay and Rose are living like next door to
Well,
each
Rose
other,
hasn't
right?
moved in yet. Their house is being built.
It's
But
crazy.
they're around the corner from each other. Yeah.
It's amazing to see
It's like,
people
yeah,
like
what is it gonna be about?
we need to move
40
next door. Like when we're 60, let's move next
All
door
you gotta
to
do
each
is go to
other.
Huntsville and everybody's.
Oh yeah, everybody's in Huntsville. Everybody's in
I was
Huntsville.
just giving you a hard
That's
time.
J. Rose, yeah.
yeah.
He's out
No,
of
that's
Sturgis
like
right
you
now.
said. So look, man. Just
Oh really?
Yeah.
Don't
That's
get
what Mark
mad.
Hamilton did too.
And he says, when you cook,
Yeah.
please make sure you people
Yeah.
take
it's-
more, you know,
yeah,
take you
it's-
out of the way.
Yeah.
So he was
lucky.
cool. They said he was.
Yeah, he's at Sturgis right now, and their house is kind
Who's that?
J. Rose, not an air defender, not 33-4 connected. Bill Darnay, they live in Fort Worth. Bill Darnay lives there. J. Rose and his wife are building a house right around the corner from him.
Yeah. Tomorrow afternoon, Randy Leatherwood is going to coming out there.
Oh,
Is he coming out here?
Yeah.
Oh,
not
really?
not Ray from
Not
not Ray
Randy,
from
not
31,
Randy.
Randy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Randy just retired as the I don't have the proper title, but basically he was like the facilities and projects manager for the state of Tennessee here in Nashville.
no
Oh,
way.
okay,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, and then he decided he just retired, and I think by the end of the year, beginning of next year, they're gonna move back out towards El Paso. The kids are out there. But yeah, so we
Leave Nashville.
unfortunately
go to
I
El
don't.
Paso?
I know. Well, kids and
Yeah, I
grandkids.
guess it's
Right?
But
Isn't it
he,
wild?
He unfortunately we don't get together as often as we should for as close as we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's he's a good dude, man, real good dude. It's funny, we never served together. We were in school, we were in ANAC together, and then we were in the academy together. And of course, he took over for.
He was.
144
I never
was
worked
Jim.
for him. I never worked
Yeah.
for him. He was a cool dude. I
When
thought he
Jim was
a cool
killed,
dude.
he took over 144 for him. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, how did Blankenbeckler affect you guys? Do you guys know? Like, he was my squad leader at one
Yeah.
point. Y'all remember
I remember
Blankenbeckler?
him.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Battalion, I remember
Yeah,
him.
you were brother squad leaders together,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Y'all were staff sergeants together,
Yeah,
you and
yeah.
him.
I gotta find the video, but I was on the airborne operation when we released his ashes
Yeah.
out of the helicopter jump.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We got it videoed. I got a copy of it somewhere.
Sir, if you could find that video, I
will.
would love to
It was
capture
me.
Dude.
Who else? It was
Me?
me, you,
I had the ashes.
You had the
Then he
ashes.
sent me the ashes. I was so disappointed in the rigmarole we had to go through. You remember that?
Yeah.
Because we wanted to do it. We just couldn't do it on regular airborne ops, right? You know, hey, here's what we want to do. And I forget who was that said, hey, you might want to check with that. And we called, because I was just going to take it on a plane. Hey, man, we're going to do this.
They messed up by asking.
And honestly, and oh my God, oh, you got to do this, you got to do environmental, blah blah. I'm like, we're talking about dude's ashes. We're not.
And it wasn't like, I mean, it was like
no, it was a small bag
of
because he also remember they poured some of his ashes out by the golf course in Hawaii.
Yeah. He loved golf,
the places
man.
that he wanted to be, and so. When they went through all that bullshit, we had that jump, and it was a UH-60 jump, so I did that. I didn't ask. I just I had them in my pocket.
Yeah.
And that's the closest, I hate to say it, but I kissed Jim Blankenbeckler because when I went to let him out, I'm like, damn, Jim.
Some of them did, yeah. And I mean, I watched them.
Yeah, they went.
Watched them.
But, you know, they went up, some of them went up in my face. I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah.
I love you, man, but I didn't want to kiss you. But, I'll tell you what, man. I'll never forget that day, man. I walked down in there and somebody had said something about the sergeant major had been killed, and I was in my office in the talk at TQ, and I walked in. Tommy D was in there. I'm like, holy shit! And I thought they meant the division sergeant major because they just said the sergeant major had been killed. You know, I'm like, holy shit.
Well,
and so when he went over it, man, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it now. And I said, oh, he said, hey, the sergeant major was killed? And Tommy said, yeah, Sergeant Major Blankenbeck.
So he said a couple folks went
I still have the last email he sent me. So we were classmates.
That's where they went, and a couple folks.
I was number 3. He was number 4 on the
He
old
told
man.
everybody like 5 or 6.
Brian McGee was number 2, and a guy named Chet Allen was number 1. And Chet Allen was not airborne qualified.
Right.
But McGee, me, and Jim were all airborne qualified and jump master qualified. Although I think McGee was. I don't think he was rated. Maybe he was senior.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was slotted to go. He decided he wanted to go to Germany, and I was next. Well, I was still on Fort Bliss. I was working at the 31st S2 Sergeant Major. And I was getting ready to go to Hood. He knew he was going to 144. I met up with him and Lenny. He asked me to take some pictures of the house. And so I took some pictures of the house he was going to move into on Fort Hood. I came back before they were leaving, and I was leaving. We had dinner. You know, I gave him the picture, bought a one step. Remember the old one steps? I still got them. Anyway, and took some pictures. I'll never forget it, man. Stood up, gave him a hug, man. So I'll see you guys. You know, we'll see you in 6 months. Yeah, roger that. And so he got in country before I did, and then. You know, when I got in country, I got an email from him. Hey, dude, where you at? You know what's going on? I still have that email. I won't throw it away. And then of course, you know, like 3 weeks later, man, they said Scott Oakley said when he got there, man, he felt so crappy because 144 had been there a while, you know, and so as soon as he got on the ground, like, he took his shit because it was all brand new, and he threw it all on the ground, tried to scuff it all up so he looked like the rest of his guys.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. You walk into a place and you realize that you didn't deploy.
Yeah.
They were doing like convoy escort and all that stuff.
Right? Yeah. Well, what happened was him and Rick Starkey had gone down to
Memorial ceremony,
Samam or something. No, I don't think it was it.
It was a graduation.
It was really just more of a graduation and for them to meet Jim.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they were on their way back, and Jim was to trail vehicles before he had, you know, all that stuff. I don't know if it was more than them two, and I'm assuming there had to be probably somebody else. But when they went past, after Jim's vehicle passed, they hit him from behind, and basically RPG went right through his seat, and basically cut him in half. Rick Starkey said he was doing, you know, they were doing CPR on him, but basically before he was on, was gone. So that was a sad day, man. I'll never forget that. And then I flew up there for the ceremony, man, and Oakley just broke down, man, when I walked up there. Me, him, and Oakley were all classmates, you know. And he just broke down. Joe, I'm so sorry, man. I tried. I'm like, dude, what do you mean you're sorry? You know, shit. That was a sad day, man. Sad day.
It's interesting. It's interesting when you have somebody that's so close to you that passes away, right? It's one thing to go, oh, we lost a soldier in battle today, but it's another thing to say your squad member passed away, or your former classmate passed away. It's an interesting dilemma, right?
You know, I'll tell you this. I don't know. I think like you felt it when we were at TQ. I can't tell you how many memorial services we went to for other folks on that post, right? TQ was the division rear. That's where the aviation brigade was, 782nd.
LSA.
The LSA, and then of course 3rd or the 4th was responsible for the overall perimeter. You know, everybody had their spots, right? But we'd go anytime there was somebody there, man, and it was gut wrenching, man, because you see your buddy from my level, right? Okay, so I see my buddy, a fellow sergeant major, who's struggling for the loss of one of his or her soldiers, and so you know they're your kids, just like you know when you're a platoon or your first sergeant or whatever. They're your kids, man. If you lose one of them guys or one of them girls, like, you know, thank God that we never lost anybody. But dude, to go up to the hospital and know you're going up to see Maurice Kraft, whose one leg is gone, and who knows what's gonna happen with the other leg, that's heartbreaking, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a different level of grief.
Yeah.
For someone who passes away that's a friend of yours versus someone who passes away that you're responsible for in a leadership position.
Yep.
It is different.
Well, you know, like
different feelings, different emotions, for sure. Yeah.
Yep. Buford, man, when Buford died, man, I was so pissed off about that one, man. When he was,
we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
With those guys.
Man, I tell you what. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's different because you have a more personal relationship with that friend.
Yeah.
But all them other guys are your guys. I mean, you know, they're like I said, that was before I had kids, man.
Yeah.
You know, Charlie Battery, they were all my kids. You know what I mean?
Family time.
That's right. That's right.
It's like when I did.
I was
the damn same. Hey, when you know that old Ronald J. Patterson has to come in and chase you out, you know you're fucking up.
Oh my God.
First sergeant, why them guys here? It's sergeant, it's my family time. You'd be like, get him out of here.
I was his platoon sergeant when, was it Thursday afternoons or something? I don't know.
Yep.
Something.
1500. Family time.
Family time.
We had sergeant time in the morning.
Yep.
Started with PT,
Right.
And then if everything went as planned, that's the thing. So family time was all based off the standards of training that morning.
Roger that.
Yeah. So it's all in how you interpret.
That's a guy covering his fucking asshole first sergeant right there, ain't it? That's right. Sir, training work standards weren't met. We're just making sure.
The bottom line of it is we had a first sergeant that didn't have any other friends except for the folks that were already in that room.
In that room, that's right.
And so he made us stay with him. You go let your soldiers go.
That's terrible, man.
Let your soldiers go, but you will be back in this room because we're gonna hang out.
You know,
it's family time.
Thankfully, I'm not the same guy I was, but I got to tell you.
But that wasn't an every week thing.
Oh no. But it was enough. It was enough that we're talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. So one of my favorite stories of coming back to Charlie Battery was, so you know I come in there, right, and then my platoon sergeants are Frank Santana, Frank Robinson. Jim Slicky Boy Gray, Al Lutz
was the headquarters,
and then Will. And I think at the time
Hunter.
this particular meeting, that's right, Hunter. Yeah, actually, I think Santana had gone by the time.
Yeah.
And it was Hunter, James L. And you were sitting in this meeting for Lutz, and it's one of the first meetings I had. So we're talking, going on, and you know, being from New Jersey, being an old paratrooper, man, you know, the F-bomb was fluent for me. So I'll never forget this. We get done this meeting, and I see him look at Rob, or maybe it was Hunter, and said, what do you guys? I got 21. So I got 22. I'm like, What are you guys talking
Yeah,
about?
Mom.
So we're talking about how many times you said fuck. Where's 23? Get the fuck out of here. I just laughed my ass off. I'm like, damn, man, look at that. I'll never forget that.
I forget who it was. I think I started it too, because I was an additional guy,
Yeah.
and somebody had said, you need to count the times that friggin' Stout says fuck when we go in the meeting. And so I started ticking them off, and I was showing Rob as I was ticking them off, and he started ticking them off. And it's like, that's how that happened, man. I'm gonna tell you what, Frank Robinson, I love that dude.
Oh, God,
man.
yeah, man.
Right?
Huffing and a puffing.
The 60-pound rug. Oh my gosh, man, that's him, man.
Still serving.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
And Pope?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
He's got a little body. He's got he's got the body armor that I used to sell, my
Is that right,
brand and
dude?
everything. Yeah,
No shit.
my brand and everything, and he's got his little name on his body armor, and he's in guard, man. That's
still
cool,
in great
right?
shape.
Yeah, he came.
yeah.
He was at the reunion in March, dude. And he looked awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
He still shows up
Dude.
like a lot of the 108th Brigade and 3rd to 4th
Does he?
events.
awesome, man.
He was at the 3rd or 4th change of command when Johnny K and Matt switched out.
Yeah.
We have had we've had a storied run as a unit, as a battalion, right? All the cool
They're still doing great things.
Yeah,
They're
right?
still they're deployed right now.
Yeah, they are.
Well, everybody's
We'll
deployed
toast to
right
them
now.
later tonight, but yeah, they're.
Yep.
I mean, they're kicking ass over there
Yeah,
right
they
now.
are. You got they're all over the Middle East, and
Yeah.
then they got echo batteries over there, in Poland and
Yeah.
those areas.
Yeah.
Current battalion commander was my lieutenant in OBC.
Current
taught
battalion
James.
graduated graduated from the same college I did.
Yeah. Oh no way.
Yeah, we
He's a Hampton
tried.
City graduate.
We said we
The
weren't
college
going to hold
I
it
work at
against
right
him.
now.
That's right on. That's it.
That is.
He's got a
really
hell of a
wild.
name, Jameson. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He's a good.
Dude, he's a steely-eyed, good-looking dude,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Him
Yeah,
and his
he's a
wife
stud.
they're a great family, man.
Yeah, I mean, and to follow Johnny K, who's got history, to
guys come
follow
from? Where did you
Damon
bring this
Swan, and, we've had a good run of guys who
Douglasville?
have a history in
I don't
old
familiar with that.
battalion,
You know,
still in the
I-20?
battalion.
Familiar with I-20?
Yeah,
I
It
shouldn't
goes
say
into
old
Alabama?
time, but
Yeah.
West?
the past.
Right.
Right there, about 100 miles off the border.
No shit. Okay.
When I came from PA,
Yeah,
Lancaster
y'all gotta
County.
quit sending me all these moldings out.
Really?
Amish country.
Yeah, dude.
Kill
Oh,
them.
what are you doing up there, man?
I'm a detective, man.
So I heard, matter of fact, a couple of the cadets that just graduated from Hampton Sydney who
Going on
weren't
7
going to
years.
bowling for a while.
Lancaster
They
County,
just
PA.
wanted to put them on active duty or
I'm
send them
fixing to
out to be
retire here in
recruited.
19 months.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm out.
Two of them
I'm
contacted
hanging
me.
my shit and
Because I was
running.
trying to get one of them.
Now,
He's a
Lancaster County
armor
is
officer.
Lancaster
He
in
wasn't going
Lancaster
to freaking
County.
Bolick until April. He graduated in
Yeah,
May.
it's his own county.
Yeah, but I mean,
trying to
but the
talk
town
with the
of
branch
Lancaster.
up there to see if there's any way he could
Oh.
go earlier. And they're like,
Yeah, it's
well,
the city.
Okay.
I can't even
there's
entertain that
Lancaster
right now.
Township,
At the
there's
time, I didn't know what was
Lancaster
going on.
City.
But then
That's
they
all
called me a
In
couple months
Lancaster
ago and
County.
said,
Yeah.
What about York?
York is his own entity.
Okay.
Right across the bridge.
See,
from the river.
I got friends, believe it or not, from
With the bonuses and
the
stuff.
Raider fan club in York, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And so, and then I got another friend who lived in Lancaster. And of course, I can remember, being growing up in New Jersey, it was Lancaster.
46.
Yeah,
And then when I moved down here, I learned real quickly it's only two syllables, Lancaster.
Yeah, I had
That's when we
learned.
moved through down. When we moved down here, we were, coming in. Of course, we're the Yankees, Dan.
That's
We
where all
felt,
the shortfalls
the
are.
joke was we were in the witness protection program. So we went from New Jersey to Lancaster, or as we called it, Lancaster, Tennessee.
Right.
And real quick, I found out, like I said, it's not Lancaster, it's Lancaster.
Yeah, I got, I used to get just ragged on. Dude, you need to pronounce it this way.
What is, they pronounce it Lancaster and
Yeah,
right up there?
same thing.
See, that's
I
weird, man,
used to
'cause we
say
always call it
Lancaster.
Lancaster, yeah.
It's not Lancaster, Fred. You need to change your shit. I even got a judge who stood up and said, God, didn't I tell you that it's pronounced this way? And then he'll sit down and laugh his ass off. I'm like, Judge, what the hell you want me to do? I'm Puerto Rican. What do you want me to do? He goes, shit. Judge Ruder, boy, he is a trick. He's senior judge now, but he's like, get up. It's like, didn't I tell you from the day I swore you in, this is the way you put it? I'm like, what the fuck?
That's not.
Roger that, Lancaster. I'm there. It's it. Ah.
You're right. That's kind of funny how you say that.
Yeah. And so it's funny now because, you know, being down here. Now, you know, I left. You know, we moved down here right before my junior year in high school.
Wow.
And so I did my junior year.
We need to bring people back.
To
Like,
the Army.
he can
And
come
I
back and
swore to
look
God
at
I'd
him. He's ready to
never come
roll.
back.
Oh, well, I asked him.
You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of, I'm a city boy, really, I was.
I'll be more
And,
happy to go back, but I'm not going back.
And so when I retired,
I will go back.
we moved back down here in 2013. Now you ain't gonna get me out of here, man. But in that time, I was
It's an interesting thing
even
that,
being out of here.
like, you
I learned
just
that it wasn't
retired.
Lancaster.
Like,
it
so
was
you
Lancaster,
spent,
you know, and it was a
significant amount of time.
At first, I still pronounced the three
29 years,
syllables,
9
but just
months.
moved the accent, right?
I didn't
Instead of
know.
Lancaster,
The reason why I
it was
couldn't-
Lancaster. And then I realized, no, just take the A out of there. So now that I'm here for 9 years, I'm like, okay, I got it, Lancaster. Let's say, they got a town, it's spelled Lafayette, but it's pronounced Lafayette. Don't say Lafayette. If you say Lafayette, or Lafayette, whatever you want to say.
Nah, you're in Louisiana.
Yeah, well, you know what, I mean, we went and played, but as a kid in school, man, rode the bus, you know, go to play football, we're going to Lafayette. And I'm right, looking at these street signs, I'm reading, thinking to myself, oh, Lafayette, wonder how far before we get to this Lafayette place, and that's where we were going.
Well, that's like me.
Okay.
If you look at it, everyone says, "Oh, Colville," but it's Colville.
Yeah.
And
a letter in Army.
if you come and say, "Oh, we're so and so in Colville," they won't even answer you. You're like, "Oh, you're some stranger," and they won't even tell you.
Who are you?
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with that guy?
Yeah, I'm like,
go.
okay, you ain't from around
Is that
here.
right, man? Where's he
Yeah,
at?
he said
Advocating
he
that
made
she
it.
wanted
He
to
got
retire.
rained on 3 times, laugh out loud for him.
Guess where he's at?
I said, where you at?
At a JBLM, the MDTF commander.
I
and
wonder if
command
it's
sergeant
just rolling.
major said he will not
Who's that?
be in
Oh,
our
so is
unit
another one.
and
Made it.
want first to 50,
Had some food
51st.
patty.
The Iron Dome battery
Yeah,
that's there.
yeah.
Said he will not be in there because that's a part of us. He'll work somewhere else on JBLM.
But yeah,
So he
that's,
works in the fucking
I ended up
headquarters.
going,
So now I'm 133% Master Sergeant.
Oh,
shit.
ended up
Get from over
coming
there because he's
from
holding a slide,
Yep.
and he's being full-time
being
headquarters
a cop in North
in
Carolina.
CQ and CL.
To make more money, I came up.
Turned
I
around
went
and
to
said,
Pennsylvania.
"Why is this unit at
Yeah, 'cause I was like,
133%?
looked around and said, man, I ain't making nothing here.
Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Why
So,
is 10
where we at in North Carolina?
I was, Wilson.
30 seconds. Why are they
Is that right?
I was in Wilson.
Well,
City
Sergeant Major,
Wilson.
you're the one that made
Oh
the
yeah, that's
decision
real. They were
to do this.
not. They were making hardly
You
anything.
tell me.
Yeah.
There
I
used
mean,
to
for
be
law
a day.
enforcement,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
hard.
we all
but
know
hard
you
back them days.
hide people. You put people in a place. You have to. You
Salary
got to do
now.
whatever you got to do. You got
But
to do.
privates will
Well, I'm making now,
actually
they're starting to,
contact Sergeant
they're
Major
starting to
Army,
make that for
contact the
captains and
director of
lieutenants
HRC,
I mean, that's,
in the
and then
department.
you get the inquiry, well, what's going on with this? And it just, I would never, I didn't know I could contact HRC.
I just got one
until I
from,
was first class,
Edwards
disbanding the platoon.
And her crew. You remember Edwards?
Abigail Edwards.
Edwards.
No, so she messaged me, but I don't know. I've never met her.
She
Are they
was
coming?
the first 14 Juliet ever in the battalion, ever, you know, female.
No way.
And she
That's
said
cool.
she's next door.
Oh, she's here.
Yeah.
Yay!
She was.
She was a good soldier.
Oh, she was a hard charger now.
She was.
I tell you what, man.
She didn't take any shit from any.
No, she was. She volunteered. She asked me, she said, Sergeant Major, can I run remedial PT?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm tired of seeing these
Fallouts.
sisters and, you know,
But is
fallout.
she
I'm
doing
like, sure.
remedial
So
or pregnancy PT?
No,
I got
remedial.
one for you,
So she'd come back. And I tell her how to go. She said, I made him cry, Sergeant Major. Everyone knew.
Are you walking over there?